first problem is asked in June 2019. Find the area of a rhombus ABCD whose vertices are taken in order. Or A vertex, B vertex, C vertex and D vertex is given. So since it is given, taken in order, you should take it in proper order. Suppose this is A, then this should be B, C, D. So this is A, B, C, D is a rhombus whose vertices are taken in order. It is given. So A vertex is given as -1, 1 and B vertex 1, -2, C vertex 3, 1, D is 1, 4. So we have to find the area of this rhombus. So you know area of rhombus formula, it's nothing but half into product of its diagonals. So area of rhombus is equals to half into D1 into D2. So we need diagonal length for this. So which is diagonal? AC is one diagonal and BD is another diagonal. Right? So according to this diagram, area of rhombus is half times AC into BD. Now, how to get AC distance? We can find distance AC and BD using distance formula. So what is distance formula? The distance between 2 points x1, y1 and x2, y2 is given by root over x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So using this formula, now we are going to find the area of rhombus. So first, let us find the distance AC. So while finding the distance AC, our A vertex is -1, 1 and C vertex 3, 1. So substituting in the formula, AC is equals to root over x2 minus x1 whole square, 3 minus of -1, 4 square 16 plus 1 minus 1 whole square is 0. So root 16. So AC distance is 4. Now coming to BD distance. So while finding BD distance, B vertex 1, -2, D vertex 1, 4. So root over 1 minus 1, 0 square, 0. 4 minus of -2 whole square, which is nothing but 6 square. 6 square is 36. Again root over 36 is 6. So now we got the distance AC and BD. So area of rhombus is half into diagonal AC length. So we got diagonal AC length as 4 into diagonal BD length C. So it's nothing but 12 square units. So this is 4 marks question. Now next question. Show that the points A -1, -2, B 4, 3, C 2, 5 and D -3, 0 in that order form a rectangle. So any quadrilateral is said to form rectangle if its opposite sides are equal and each angle 90 degrees. Now, and even you know the diagonal properties. If diagonals bisect in any quadrilateral, if you say that quadrilateral is sure parallelogram, but if we prove the diagonals are even equal in length, then it is a rectangle. So here better we use those two conditions. So we prove now diagonals bisect each other and also the length of the diagonals are equal. A point is given as -1, -2, B 4, 3, C 2, 5 and D vertex is given as -3, 0. Now to prove diagonals bisect each other, we have to use midpoint formula. So midpoint of a line segment joining 2 points x1, y1 and x2, y2 is given by x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. Now next, to prove diagonals are equal in length, we have to use distance formula. So distance formula in the previous sum also we discussed, which is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square for the two given points x1, y1 and x2, y2. So now let us find the midpoint of AC. So what is midpoint of AC? Using the formula x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. So this is x1, y1, this is x2, y2. So 2 minus 1 by 2, comma 5 minus 2, 3 by 2. So this is midpoint of AC. Now let us find midpoint of BD. So these 2 points, 4 minus 3, 1 by 2, comma 3 plus 0 by 2, 3 by 2. So now we can see midpoint of AC is equal to midpoint of BD. Now next we should prove the diagonal length, that is the distance AC is equal to distance BD. Now let us prove the diagonal lengths are equal. So length of the diagonal AC is equals to root over 2 minus of minus 1 is 2 plus 1 whole square, which is 3 square 9, plus 5 minus of minus 2 whole square, 5 plus 1 whole square, 7 square 49. So root 49 plus 9, root over 58. Now coming to the length of the diagonal BD, 4 minus of minus 3, 4 plus 3, 7 square plus 3 square, 3 minus 0 square is 3 square. So root over 49 plus 9, which is equals to root 58. So we proved here midpoint of AC is equal to midpoint of BD, which implies diagonals bisect each other, and we proved diagonal length AC is equal to diagonal length BD, which proves that the given vertices forms a rectangle. Next problem. Find the ratio in which x-axis divides the line segment joining the points 2, minus 3 and 5, 6. Then find the intersecting point on x-axis. So we have to find at which point x-axis divides the line segment joining these 2 points. Let us mark these points approximately on the coordinate system. So first 2, minus 3. So x is 2, y is minus 3 will be in the third quadrant. 2, minus 3. Then 5, 6, which is in the first quadrant. X 5 and y 6 may be approximately here. So now the line segment joining these 2 points divides the x-axis. Divided by the x-axis in what ratio is the question. Find the ratio in which x-axis, this x-axis divides the line segment joining these 2 points. We know the section formula. The point which divides the line segment joining the 2 points x1, y1, x2, y2 in the ratio m is to n. So suppose this point is P, this is A, this is B. Then P divides AB in the ratio m is to n. The coordinates of P is given by m1 is to m2 also we can take. So m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2, m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divided by m1 plus m2. So using this formula, we are going to find the coordinates of this point. So here we will consider the ratio as m1 is to m2. So and x1, y1, x2, y2 are given there. So let us mark this one as x1, y1 and this is x2, y2 and the ratio is here m1, m2. So m1, x2. So we will write m5m, m1, x2 plus m2, x1, 2, 5m1 plus 2m2 divided by m1 plus m2, m1 y2. So 6m1 plus m2 y1 minus 3m2 divided by m1 plus m2. So this is the coordinates of the point which is lying on the x-axis. And we know very well every point on the x-axis its y coordinate is 0. So making this y coordinate as 0, we can get the value of, that is the ratio m1 by m2. So this is y coordinate, this is x coordinate of the point. Equating this y coordinate to 0, 3m1 minus 6m1 minus 3m2 divided by m1 plus m2 is equal to 0. So this implies 6m1 is equal to 3m2 or m1 divided by m2 is equal to 3 by 6, which implies 1 by 2. That means the point P divides the line segment joining these 2 points in the ratio 1:2. So we answered the first part of the question, that is find the ratio in which x-axis divides the line segment. So we got the ratio is m1:m2, that is 1:2. Now the second part of the question is then find the intersecting point on x-axis. So we have to find this point P. So now we have the ratio m1:m2, 1:2, and also x1, y1, x2, y2 points are there. So we can substitute in the formula. So the point P is nothing but m1x2. So 1 into 5, 5 plus m2x1. M2 is 2. 2 into 2. 2 2s are 4 divided by m1 plus m2 is 3. Comma. Of course the second point is the point is on the x-axis. We no need to substitute and find, it will be 0 only. Every point on the x-axis will be, y coordinate will be 0. So the coordinates of P are nothing but 5 plus 4, 9 by 3, 3 comma 0.
Next problem. Find the points of trisection of the line segment joining the 2 points given. So let us first discuss what does it mean by trisection. So now consider these are the 2 points A -2, 1 and B 7, 4. Now we have to find the points of trisection of this line segment. So the points which divides the given line segment into 3 equal parts are called points of trisection. So maybe this point, here one point and here one point. Now you can see the given line segment joining these 2 points is divided into 3 equal parts. This is one part and this is another part, this is third part. So these are 3 equal parts. We have to find out these 2 points. So let us name this point as P and this point as Q. So that is the meaning of find the points of trisection. Okay. Now when you observe this point P, P divides the line segment joining the 2 points AB in the ratio. This is one part and this whole thing will consider. So this is 1:2 ratio. Now in the same way, if you will observe Q point, this divides the line segment joining the 2 points A and B in the ratio 2:1, right. So we have to find the points P and Q where P divides these 2 points in the ratio 1:2. P point divides the line segment joining the points in the ratio 1:2 and Q divides in the ratio 2:1, right. So again we will use the formula, section formula, that is internally formula. The line segment joining the points x1 y1 and x2 y2 in the ratio of m1:m2 is nothing but m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2 comma m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divided by m1 plus m2. For the P point the ratio is 1:2. For the Q point the ratio is 2:1. Okay. Now let us substitute in the formula and solve. So for the P point 1:2 ratio m1 x2. So 7 plus 2 minus 2 2s are here minus 4 divided by 1 plus 2 3 comma this is point P. Next y coordinate m1 y2. So 1 into 4 m2 y1, 2 ones are 2 divided by 3. So the coordinates of P are nothing but 3 by 3 here, 1 comma 6 by 3 is 2. Now let us find the coordinates of Q. To find the coordinates of Q, the m1:m2 ratio is 2:1 here, this one. So using 2:1 ratio and the same formula and the points x1 y1 and x2 y2 are also same. So m1 x2. So 2 times of 7, 14 plus 1 time of minus 2. So 14 minus 2 divided by m1 plus m2 is again 1 plus 2 3. Next m2. So y coordinate m1 y2, 2 4s are 8 plus for y coordinate 1 1s are 1. divided by 3. So, the coordinates are here 14 minus 2 is nothing but 12 by 3 is 4 comma 9 by 3 3. So, the points of trisection are nothing but 1 comma 2 and 4 comma 3. Next problem, the area of a triangle is 18 square units whose vertices are given. So, in that given vertices one unknown quantity is there which is P, and we have to find the value of P, and also it is given that area of triangle is 18 square units. So, recollect the formula area of triangle whose vertices are given as x1 y1 and x2 y2 and x3 y3 is nothing but half mod x1 of y2 minus y3 plus x2 of y3 minus y1 plus x3 of y1 minus y2. So, just it is cyclic. If you remember the first one enough, x1 of y2 minus y3, this also in order 1, 2, 3, x and y. Next one x1 is 1 is replaced by 2, here 3, here 1. So, they are in cyclic. Now, another way of remembering this formula is you can write first half mod the coordinates x1, x2, x3, that is x coordinates x1, then y coordinates here we can write down y3, y1, then just multiply x1 into y2 minus x2 into y1, then in between plus symbol x1 y2 minus x2 y1, you can see here x1 y2 minus x2 y1, then plus multiply these two minus these two, again in between plus multiply these two terms, then these two terms minus. So, any one form you can remember, both are easy to remember. Now, substituting in the formula. So, the coordinates are this is x1 y1, x2 y2 and x3 y3. Here area of triangle is given for us, we have to find the unknown value P. So, let me substitute in the first formula. So, area of triangle is given as 18 square unit which is equals to half of half mod x1 into y2 minus y3. So, 3 times of y2 minus y3 minus 2 minus of minus 1 plus 1. So, minus 2 plus 1 minus 1 plus next one x2 into minus 3 of y3 minus y1. So, y3 is minus 1 minus 4 minus 5 plus x3 into, so our x3 is P, the unknown quantity P of y1 minus y2. So, 4 minus of minus 2 which is 4 plus 2 6. So, 18 is equals to half mod minus 3 here plus 15 plus 6p. So, the simplification gives us which implies this one I can write directly simplification which is half mod 12 plus 6p. Now, let me continue the problem here. So, here half mod 12 plus 6p is equals to 18 or 12 plus 6p I can write it as 18 twos are 36 with modulus. Now, let us remove this modulus. When we remove modulus there are two options, 12 plus 6p can be plus 36 or 12 plus 6p can be minus 36. So, let us first solve plus 36. So, we will get 6p is equals to 24 or p value is equals to, p value is equals to 4. Now, when we equate 12 plus 6p is equals to minus 36, we will get 6p is equals to minus 48 or p is equals to minus 8. There are two values for p, minus 8 and 4. Next problem. The points C and D are on the line segment joining the 2 points A and B such that some condition is given. Now, consider these are the 2 points A and B on the line segment. So, A point is given as minus 4 comma 7 and B is given as 5 comma 13. Now, let us look at the condition such that AC is equal to CD is equal to DB. C and D are the points on this line segment joining A and B such that AC is equal to CD is equal to DB. Then find the coordinates of the points C and D, right? Okay. So this is similar to the question what we discussed earlier. Find the point of trisection of the line segment joining the 2 points the same way. So if you see C and D are dividing the line segment joining the points AB into 3 equal parts. So this is part 1, part 2, part 3. So if I consider the point C divides AB in the ratio 1:2 and D divides the line segment AB in the ratio 2:1. So now we use section formula. So section formula is nothing but same formula, that is suppose these are the ratio m1:m2, x1 y1 and x2 y2 are the points, then m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2 comma m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divided by m1 plus m2. So now using this formula let us find the points C and D. So for the C coordinate our m1 value is 1 and m2 value is 2. So the coordinates of C are m1 x2 1 times of 5 here. This is x2 y2, here x1 y1. Okay, let me write x1 y1 x2 y2. So 1 times 5 plus m2 x1. So 2 times of minus 4 minus 8 divided by m1 plus m2 3. Now we are going to write the y coordinate. So 1 times 13 plus 2 times of 7 14 divided by m1 plus m2. So our C coordinates are nothing but here minus 3 by 3 which is minus 1 comma 27 by 3 is 9. So we got the C coordinate. Now similarly let us find the D coordinates of the point D. Now while finding the coordinates of the point D, 2 is our m1, m1 is to m2 ratio is 2:1, right. So the coordinates of D are 2 times of 5 m1 x2. So 10 and m2 x1, 4 ones are here and minus symbol minus 4 divided by 3 comma y coordinate now 2 times of 13. So 26 1 time of 7 plus 7 divided by 3. So the coordinates of the point D are 6 by 3 which is 2 comma here 33 by 3 11. So we found the coordinates of the points C and D on the line segment AB such that AC is equal to CD is equals to DB. So we are discussing the important previous year questions in the coordinate geometry, that is 4 marks questions. Okay. Now next question, if the points P minus 3 comma 9, Q A comma B and R 4 comma minus 5 are collinear. So first condition given they are collinear and the next condition A plus B is equals to 1. So A and B are one of the coordinate here A comma B. Then find the values of A and B. Now first let us look at the point collinear. So when we will say the 3 points are collinear. See generally to prove the given points are collinear we can use any of these following 3 conditions. Suppose the points A, B, C are collinear. Collinear meaning the points which are lying on the same straight line. So if these 3 points are like that, the one way of proving them they are collinear is AB plus BC is equal to AC. Now the another way is we can prove the slopes of AB is equal to BC. Now the another way is the area of the triangle formed by the vertices ABC are 0. Now see, suppose this is a triangle ABC. If the area of this triangle is 0 means the point A will come and lie on BC line segment. So the best way to prove or the best way to find the value of A and B using the given condition, the given points are collinear is, let us use area of triangle is equal to 0. So, using the condition area of triangle is equal to 0, we are going to find out the values of A and B. So, we discussed already the area of triangle formula, which is half mod x1 of y2 minus y3 plus x2 of y3 minus y1 plus x3 of y1 minus y2, right. This is area of triangle formula, and since the 3 given points are collinear, we are going to equate this area of triangle as 0. So, 0 is equals to half mod. So, let me mark this one as x1, x2, y1, sorry, x1, y1. Here this vertex is x2, y2 and this point x3, y3. x1. So, minus 3 of y2 minus y3. So, b minus of minus 5, b plus 5 plus x2, a of, what you should substitute here, y3 minus y1. So, minus 5 minus 9 minus 14. Last one x3, x3 value 4 of y1 minus y2, 9 minus b. So, shall we do simplification here? So, anyhow our left hand side is given as 0. So, half cannot be 0, we can leave half. So, b plus 5 of minus 3, okay, let us form the linear equation in 2 variables a and b will get here. So, minus 3b minus 15 minus 14a plus 36 minus 4b is equal to 0. Of course, we can remove the modulus now. So, what is simplification we will get? Minus 14a, b terms are minus 7b, like terms adding. Next, minus 15 plus 36, nothing but plus 21. Now, let us take minus 7 common outside. So, when we take minus 7 common outside, we will get 2a plus b. Since we took minus common outside, it will become minus 3 is equal to 0. Now, minus 7 cannot be 0. We got one linear equation in 2 variables, 2a plus b minus 3 is equal to 0. Our question is to find the values of a and b. So, the another condition is given here as a plus b is equal to 1 or a plus b minus 1 is equal to 0. So, we are having now linear equations in 2 variables a and b, right. 2 linear equations are there. So, we can solve by any of the method, either by elimination method or substitution method. I will apply here elimination method. So, subtracting second equation from first equation. So, 2a minus a plus b minus b gets cancelled, minus 3 plus 1. So, which is minus 2. So, a value is equal to 2. Now, we have to find b value. We can substitute in the equation. A plus b is equal to 1. So, 2 plus b is equal to 1 or b is equals to minus 1. So, a value is 2, b value is minus 1. Next problem. If a minus 5 comma 7, b minus 4 comma minus 5, c minus 1 comma minus 6 and d vertex is given as 4 comma 5 are the vertices of a quadrilateral. So, these are the 4 vertices of a quadrilateral. Then find the area of the quadrilateral ABCD. So, ABCD quadrilateral vertices are given minus 5 comma 7, B minus 4 comma minus 5, C is given as minus 1 comma minus 6, D is 4 comma 5. Now, to find the area of this quadrilateral, we first join this diagonal AC, anything you can join either AC or you can join BD. So, the diagonal AC divides the quadrilateral into 2 triangles, right. So, we can find area of triangle ABC and area of triangle ADC, and if we add these 2 triangles area, we will get the area of the quadrilateral. So, area of the quadrilateral ABCD is equals to area of triangle ACD plus area of triangle ABC. Now in the previous problem we discussed about the formula of area of triangle, half mod if the vertices of the triangle are x1 y1 and x2 y2 x3 y3, then area of triangle half mod x1 of y2 minus y3 plus x2 of y3 minus y1 plus x3 of y1 minus y2. So using this formula, let us find the area of these two triangles. So first we find the area of triangle ACD. Triangle ACD. So when I am considering triangle ACD, my A vertex is minus 5 comma 7, C vertex minus 1 comma minus 6 and D vertex 4 comma 5. So using this formula, okay, let me substitute here only half mod x1. So x1 y1 x2 y2 x3 y3. So half mod x1 minus 5 times of y2 minus y3 minus 6 minus 5 which is minus 11 plus x2 minus 1 of y3 minus y1. So 5 minus of y3 minus y1, 5 minus 7 minus 2 plus x3, x3 value is 4 times of y1 minus y2 which is 7 minus of minus 6 plus 13. So substituting the corresponding values in the formula x1 of y2 minus y3, that is area of triangle formula, we found area of triangle ACD as 101 by 2 and area of triangle ABC as 35 by 2. So the required area of the quadrilateral is sum of these two areas, that is 109 by 2 plus 35 by 2 which is nothing but we will get 144 by 2 which is 72 square units. So the area of the given quadrilateral ABCD is nothing but 72 square units. Next problem, name the type of quadrilateral formed by joining the points ABCD. 4 points are given using graph. Justify your answer. So first let us mark these points. Point A is given as minus 1 comma minus 2. So both x and y coordinates are negative. So this will be in third quadrant. So minus 1 comma minus 2. X is minus 1, y minus 2. So third quadrant, this is a point A. Next B point 1 comma 0. So x point is 1, x coordinate is 1, y is 0. It is a point on the x axis. So B 1 comma 0 and C point minus 1 comma 2. So x is minus 1, y is 2. So it is in the second quadrant. So this is the point C which is minus 1 comma 2. Now the D point is given as minus 3 comma 0. So minus 3 comma 0 is a point on the negative side of the x axis. So now let us join these points and see what kind of quadrilateral we are getting. Yes, the quadrilateral what we are getting is nothing but square, because this angle we can say it is 90 degrees. But anyhow we have to justify it. So for justification there are many conditions we can use. A quadrilateral is said to be square. The conditions let me list out. First one we can say, if we prove all the 4 sides are equal, AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equals to AD, and also the diagonals are equal, AC is equal to BD. So a quadrilateral is said to be square if all its 4 sides are equal and its diagonals are equal. This is one way of proving the given quadrilateral as square. Or another way, we can prove that after proving that all the 4 sides are equal, we can prove that AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to AD, and the angle between AD, this is ABCD, that means the lines are perpendicular. AB is perpendicular to BC, BC is perpendicular to CD. There is angle between the sides are 90 degrees. So, to prove they are perpendicular, we can prove slope, that is the product of the slopes of AB and BC. Product of the slopes M1 into M2 is equal to -1. So, which slopes we can consider? AB into BC, BC into CD, etc. So, we will prove using this first condition. First we prove the sides are equal in length. So, to prove that we will use distance formula. So, distance formula root over x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So, AB distance first. So, AB distance is equals to 1 minus of minus 1, 2 square 4, 0 minus of minus 2 plus 2 square 4. So, root 8, which is nothing but 2 root 2. Now, let us find BC distance, minus 1 minus 1. So, minus 2 whole square is 4, 2 minus 0 whole square is 4, again root 8, which is 2 root 2. Next distance CD, CD is equals to root over minus 3 plus 1. So, again that is 2 square 4 and 0 minus 2 whole square, that is again 4. So, root 8, 2 root 2. Now, the last distance AD. So, AD distance is equals to, you should consider these two vertices. So, minus 3 plus 1. So, minus 2 whole square is again 4, 0 minus of minus 2 plus 2 whole square is 4. So, root 8, which is 2 root 2. So, the first part we proved all the 4 sides are equal. It is not enough to prove only all the 4 sides are equal for square, because if all the 4 sides are equal, it can be even rhombus also. So, the another condition to prove it is a square, you should prove that diagonals are equal in length. In rhombus, diagonals will not be equal in length. So, let us find the distance AC, that is diagonal length. So, AC distance, to find AC distance we have to use these two vertices. Okay. Let me write the vertices here. A vertex is nothing but minus 1 minus 2 and C vertex minus 1 comma 2. Now, diagonal length AC is equals to root over minus 1 minus of minus plus 1 square, which is 0. Now, 2 minus of minus plus 2 square, which is 4 square, root over 16, 4 square, 4 units. Now, the length of diagonal BD. So, B vertex 1 comma 0 and D vertex minus 3 comma 0. We can easily find out this one from diagram also. So, this distance is nothing but 4 square units, right. This one again will get 16, 4. So, we proved even the diagonals are equal in length. So, therefore, we justified the question that ABCD is a square.